The year was 2045, and humanity had finally had enough. For decades, they had watched as alien species from across the galaxy plundered resources from weaker planets, enslaving or eradicating native populations without mercy. Earth had remained beneath the aliens' notice thus far, but it was only a matter of time before they turned their greedy eyes toward the blue planet. In a historic moment of global unity, the leaders of Earth came together to craft a message, a final warning to the rest of the galaxy. They poured all of their defiance, all of their determination to protect their home, into the words. The message was simple, but powerful. To all alien civilizations receiving this transmission, Earth is off limits. We will not tolerate any attempts to invade our planet or harm our people. We are ready and waiting to defend ourselves against any and all aggressors. This is your first and only warning. Stay away from Earth. The message was broadcast on all frequencies, in every direction, ensuring that it would reach the farthest corners of the galaxy. Powerful transmitters sent the warning deep into space, the words traveling at the speed of light to deliver Earth's bold declaration. As the transmission spread, alien species on countless planets received the message. Some were shocked by the audacity of the humans, while others merely laughed at what they perceived to be an empty threat. Many dismissed Earth as a backwater planet, populated by a primitive species that had only recently mastered interstellar communication. On the planet Xyloth, a group of aliens gathered around a flickering holographic display, listening to the human message with amused expressions on their scaly faces. "Can you believe these humans?" One of them chuckled, his forked tongue darting out between sharp teeth. "They actually think they can stand against the might of the galactic empires." Another alien, with bulbous eyes and a mottled green complexion, shook his head in disbelief. "They have no idea what they're up against. They'll be crushed like insects if they try to resist." As the aliens on Xyloth mocked humanity's warning, similar scenes played out on other worlds. The Kralax, a species of hulking reptilian warriors, roared with laughter as they listened to the transmission, their armored tails thumping against the ground in amusement. The Elzani, a race of slender, telepathic beings, merely smiled enigmatically, confident in their mental prowess and technological superiority. However, not all aliens were quick to dismiss the. In the heart of the galaxy, on a massive space station orbiting the star Zeta Centauri, the Galactic Council convened for an emergency meeting. Representatives from dozens of alien species gathered in the Grand Assembly Hall, their varied forms and features a testament to the diversity of life in the universe. At the center of the hall stood Ambassador Zor, a tall, slender being with luminous silver skin and piercing violet eyes. Zor had called for this meeting in response to the human message, which had sent shockwaves throughout the galactic community. As the murmurs of conversation died down, Zor stepped forward to address the council. "Esteemed members of the Galactic Council," he began, his melodic voice carrying across the vast chamber. "We have received a most unusual transmission from the planet Earth. The humans have issued a warning to all alien civilizations, declaring their planet off limits and threatening to defend themselves against any aggression." A ripple of laughter spread through the assembly, as many of the council members found the notion of humans standing up to the galactic powers absurd. A rotund, slug-like creature with multiple eye stalks snorted derisively. "The humans are nothing more than primitives," it gurgled. "They pose no threat to us." Others nodded in agreement, dismissing the human message as a foolish bluff. However, Zor remained unmoved by the council's mirth. "I caution against underestimating the humans," he warned. "They may be a young species, but they have demonstrated remarkable resilience and ingenuity in the face of adversity." The council members quieted down, some looking skeptical, while others appeared more thoughtful. A sleek feline creature with golden fur spoke up. "What do you propose, Ambassador Zor?" It purred. "Surely we cannot allow this upstart species to dictate terms to the Galactic Council." Zor nodded, his eyes glinting with a hint of steel. "I propose that we send a scout ship to Earth to assess the humans' capabilities. We must gather more information before making any decisions. The council erupted into a cacophony of debate, with some members arguing for an immediate show of force to put the humans in their place, while others advocated for a more cautious approach. In the end, Zor's proposal won out, and the council agreed to dispatch a scout ship to Earth. As the meeting adjourned, Zor couldn't shake the feeling that the council was making a grave mistake by not taking the humans more seriously. He had studied the history of Earth and had seen the potential for greatness in the human race. They were a species that had risen from the brink of self-destruction time and time again, always finding a way to adapt and overcome. The scout ship, a sleek, silver vessel bristling with advanced sensors and weaponry, set out from the space station and charted a course for Earth. Its crew, a mix of skilled warriors and scientists from various alien races, were confident in their ability to gather the necessary information and put the humans in their place if needed. As the ship approached Earth, it was immediately detected by the planet's advanced sensor network. The humans had been expecting this, and they were ready. In a flash, a squadron of Earth's most advanced fighters scrambled to intercept the alien vessel, their weapons primed and ready. The scout ship's crew was caught off guard by the swift and coordinated response from the humans. They had not expected such advanced technology from a supposedly primitive species. Before they could react, the human fighters opened fire, their plasma cannons ripping through the scout ship's shields as if they were paper. In a matter of moments, the alien vessel was reduced to a smoldering wreck, its crew dead or dying. The human fighters returned to their bases, their mission accomplished. Earth had sent a clear message to the Galactic Council. They were not to be trifled with. News of the scout ship's destruction spread quickly through the galactic community, causing shock and outrage among the council members. They had severely underestimated the humans, and now they had paid the price. The stage was set for a confrontation that would shake the very foundations of the galaxy. The destruction of the scout ship sent shockwaves through the Galactic Council. The once dismissive alien leaders were now forced to confront the reality that the humans were not the primitive, helpless species they had assumed them to be. In the wake of this shocking development, the Council convened once more to determine their next course of action. The assembly hall was filled with a palpable tension as the various alien representatives took their seats. Many wore expressions of anger and disbelief, their pride wounded by the humans' audacious act of defiance. Others, like Ambassador Zor, sat quietly, their faces inscrutable as they contemplated the implications of Earth's surprising show of strength. As the meeting began, a fierce debate erupted among the council members. Some, led by the belligerent commander Thrax of the Krelax, demanded swift and brutal retribution against the humans. "We must crush these upstarts." Thrax roared, his reptilian eyes blazing with fury. "They must be taught the consequences of defying the Galactic Council." Others, however, urged caution. The Elzani representative, a slender, ethereal being named Lyriel, spoke in a calm, measured tone. "We cannot rush into a conflict without fully understanding our enemy," she said, her telepathic voice echoing in the minds of all present. "The humans have already proven themselves to be more capable than we anticipated. We must gather more intelligence before we act." Amidst the arguing and posturing, Ambassador Zor remained silent, his silver skin glinting under the assembly hall's lights. When at last he spoke, the room fell quiet, eager to hear his perspective. "The humans have sent us a message," Zor said, his violet eyes scanning the faces of his fellow council members. "They are not to be underestimated. If we choose to engage them in war, we must be prepared for a fight unlike any we have faced before." Zor's words hung heavy in the air, and for a moment, the council was still. Then, slowly, a murmur of agreement began to build. The humans had indeed proven themselves to be a formidable foe, and the Galactic Council would need to proceed with caution. In the end, it was decided that a full-scale invasion of Earth was necessary to secure the planet's resources and bring the humans to heel. The council members began to plan their strategy, pooling their military might and technological advantages to form an unstoppable armada. As the preparations for war began, Ambassador Zor couldn't shake the feeling that they were making a terrible mistake. He had seen the determination in the humans' message, the fire in their eyes as they stood ready to defend their home. Zor feared that the Council was underestimating the humans' resolve, and that this conflict would not be the easy victory they anticipated. On Earth, news of the impending invasion spread like wildfire. The global defense forces were mobilized, and the planet's greatest minds worked tirelessly to fortify their defenses and develop new weapons to counter the alien threat. In secret underground bases, teams of scientists and engineers labored over strange, alien technology that had been recovered from the wreckage of the scout ship. They reverse-engineered the advanced systems, adapting them for human use, and integrating them into Earth's already formidable arsenal. As the days turned into weeks, and the weeks into months, the people of Earth waited with bated breath for the arrival of the alien fleet. They knew that the coming battle would be the fight of their lives, a struggle for the very future of their species. But they also knew that they were ready, that they would not go quietly into the night. The stage was set for a war that would shake the very foundations of the galaxy, a conflict that would pit the might of the Galactic Council against the indomitable spirit of humanity. Earth stood ready, united in its determination to defend its home, no matter the cost. The final warning had been given, and now, all that remained was the battle to come. The Galactic Council's invasion fleet emerged from hyperspace on the fringes of the solar system, a vast armada of sleek, deadly ships that blotted out the stars. At the heart of the fleet was the flagship, a colossal vessel bristling with weapons and shielded by the most advanced technology the alien civilizations could muster. On the bridge of the flagship, Commander Thrax stood tall, his reptilian eyes gleaming with anticipation. He had been tasked with leading the invasion of Earth, and he relished the opportunity to crush the upstart humans and claim their planet for the Galactic Council. As the fleet moved closer to Earth, they were met with an eerie silence. The humans had not broadcast any messages or warnings, and their orbital defenses appeared to be inactive. Thrax's confidence grew, believing that the humans had finally realized the futility of their resistance. However, as the alien ships entered Earth's orbit, a sudden barrage of missiles and energy beams erupted from hidden defense platforms and ground-based installations. The humans had been waiting, their weapon systems fully prepared and integrated with the reverse-engineered alien technology. The Galactic Council's fleet was caught off guard by the ferocity of Earth's defense. Ships were torn apart by the powerful human weapons, their shields unable to withstand the onslaught. Thrax watched in disbelief as his fleet, once thought to be invincible, was slowly whittled down by the relentless human assault. On Earth, the global defense forces coordinated their efforts with precision and determination. Pilots engaged the alien ships in fierce dogfights, their advanced fighters outmaneuvering the enemy craft with ease. Ground troops, armed with plasma rifles and energy shields, held the line against the alien ground forces that managed to land on the planet's surface. In the midst of the chaos, a team of human special forces launched a daring mission to infiltrate the alien flagship. Led by Captain Aria Novak, a battle-hardened veteran with a fierce determination to protect her planet, the team managed to board the massive vessel undetected. As the infiltration team made their way through the flagship's labyrinthine corridors, they encountered fierce resistance from the alien crew. Novak and her soldiers fought with a combination of skill, courage, and ingenuity, using their knowledge of the ship's reverse-engineered technology to their advantage. Meanwhile, in the depths of space, the battle raged on. The human fleet, bolstered by the arrival of reinforcements from hidden bases throughout the solar system, began to turn the tide against the Galactic Council's armada. The alien ships, once thought to be unstoppable, found themselves outmatched by the tenacity and adaptability of the human defenders. Ambassador Zor, observing the battle from a nearby space station, watched in awe as the humans fought with a ferocity and determination he had never before witnessed. He realized that the Galactic Council had made a grave error in underestimating the humans, and that their arrogance would be their undoing. Back on the alien flagship, Captain Novak and her team finally reached the bridge, where they confronted Commander Thrax in a final desperate battle. The two leaders clashed in a furious melee, their weapons flashing and sparking as they fought for the fate of Earth and the galaxy as a whole. In the end, it was Novak who emerged victorious, her plasma rifle smoking as Thrax lay dead at her feet. With the flagship's command center secure, she broadcasted a message to the remaining alien ships, demanding their immediate surrender. Faced with the loss of their leader and the relentless onslaught of the human forces, the Galactic Council's fleet had no choice but to comply. One by one, the alien ships powered down their weapons and surrendered to the triumphant human armada. The battle for Earth had been won, and humanity had emerged victorious against the most powerful civilizations in the galaxy. The final warning had been heeded, and the aliens now understood the true strength and resilience of the human spirit. As the people of Earth celebrated their hard-fought victory, they knew that their journey was far from over. The galaxy had taken notice of their strength, and new challenges would surely arise in the years to come. But for now, they basked in the glory of their triumph, united in their determination to protect their home and their way of life, no matter the odds. In the aftermath of humanity's stunning victory over the Galactic Council's invasion fleet, Earth found itself at the center of a new galactic order. The once dismissed and underestimated humans had proven their worth, and now the alien civilizations that had once sought to conquer them were forced to reckon with their newfound status. Ambassador Zor, having witnessed the incredible resilience and adaptability of the human race firsthand, became a key figure in the post-war negotiations. He worked tirelessly to foster understanding and cooperation between Earth and the various alien species, knowing that the future of the galaxy depended on their ability to find common ground. On Earth, the people celebrated their hard-won victory, but they also knew that their work was far from over. The technology and knowledge gained from the alien incursion had opened up new frontiers for human exploration and expansion, and the global defense forces began to look beyond their own solar system for potential allies and resources. Captain Aria Novak, hailed as a hero for her role in the infiltration of the alien flagship, found herself at the forefront of this new era of human exploration. She was tasked with leading a diplomatic mission to the far reaches of the galaxy, seeking out new allies and potential partners for Earth's burgeoning interstellar presence. As Novak and her team ventured out into the unknown, they encountered a myriad of new species and civilizations, each with their own unique cultures, technologies, and agendas. Some were wary of the upstart humans, still reeling from their defeat at the hands of Earth's forces. Others saw the potential for mutually beneficial alliances, recognizing the strength and ingenuity of the human race. Back on Earth, the process of rebuilding and adapting to their new role in the galactic community was well underway. The reverse-engineered alien technology was integrated into every facet of human life, from energy production and transportation to medicine and communication. The people of Earth were determined to not only recover from the invasion, but to emerge stronger and more united than ever before. As the months turned into years, Earth's influence and reputation continued to grow. The Galactic Council, once the dominant power in the galaxy, found itself increasingly reliant on human expertise and resources. Earth became a key player in galactic politics, with Ambassador Zor and other human leaders working to shape the course of interstellar relations. However, not all of the alien species were content with the new status quo. Some, like the Krulax, harbored deep resentments over their defeat and the loss of their once dominant position. In the shadows, they began to plot and scheme, seeking ways to undermine human power and reclaim their former glory. Captain Novak and her team, now seasoned diplomats and explorers, caught wind of these machinations during their travels. They raced back to Earth, warning of the impending threat and urging the global defense forces to prepare for another potential conflict. The people of Earth, having tasted the bitter cost of war and the sweet triumph of victory, were unwilling to let their hard-fought gains be stripped away. They rallied once more, united in their determination to defend their place in the galaxy and to stand as a beacon of hope and strength for all those who sought peace and cooperation. As the rumbles of discontent and the whispers of rebellion grew louder, Earth stood ready, poised to face whatever challenges the future might bring. The final warning had been given, and humanity had proven itself to be a force to be reckoned with. Now, as they stood on the brink of a new era, they knew that their greatest trials and their greatest triumphs still lay ahead. The story of humanity's rise to galactic prominence was far from over, but one thing was certain: the universe would never be the same. The once dismissed and underestimated humans had taken their place among the stars, and they would not be moved. The final warning had been heeded, and the galaxy would forever remember the day that humanity declared, "We're ready and waiting." As Earth basked in the glow of its newfound status as a galactic power, the Krylaks and their allies were hard at work, plotting to undermine the humans' hard-earned position. In secret meetings on distant planets, they gathered their forces and resources, determined to strike back at the upstarts who had humiliated them. Leading the charge was General Zorgax, a battle-hardened Krylaks warrior who had been humiliated by his defeat at the hands of Earth's forces. He rallied his people, stoking the fires of resentment and revenge, promising them a glorious victory over the humans and a return to their rightful place as the dominant species in the galaxy. Meanwhile, Captain Aria Novak and her team continued their diplomatic mission, unaware of the gathering storm. They forged new alliances and strengthened existing ones, spreading the message of cooperation and mutual prosperity that had become Earth's calling card. It was during a routine visit to a distant outpost that they first caught wind of the Krylaks' plans. A frightened informant, risking everything to warn the humans, revealed the existence of a secret base where the Krylaks were massing their forces and preparing for an all-out assault on Earth. Novak and her team raced back to Earth, carrying the dire news and urging the global defense forces to prepare for the coming storm. The people of Earth, still weary from the last war, but unwilling to surrender their hard-fought gains, rallied once more to the cause. As the Krylaks and their allies launched their attack, they found themselves facing a united and determined human race. Earth's defenses, bolstered by the knowledge and technology gained from the last war, held firm against the onslaught. In the skies above Earth, massive space battles rage, with human fighters and warships engaging the enemy in a desperate struggle for survival. On the ground, soldiers and civilians alike fought side by side, using every weapon and tactic at their disposal to repel the invaders. At the forefront of the battle was Captain Novak, leading her team in a daring mission to strike at the heart of the enemy's command. They infiltrated the Krylaks' flagship, fighting their way through hordes of enemy soldiers, determined to end the war at its source. In a final, desperate confrontation, Novak faced off against General Zorgax, the two warriors locked in a battle that would decide the fate of the galaxy. In the end, it was Novak who emerged victorious, striking down the Krylaks' leader and sending a message to all those who would threaten Earth's place among the stars. With their leadership in disarray and their forces in retreat, the Krylaks and their allies were forced to sue for peace. Earth, once again, had proven itself to be a force to be reckoned with, and the galaxy was forced to acknowledge the strength and resilience of the human spirit. In the aftermath of the war, Earth emerged stronger and more united than ever before. The bonds forged in battle between humans and their alien allies would serve as the foundation for a new era of galactic cooperation and prosperity. Ambassador Zor, having played a key role in the negotiations that ended the war, looked to the future with hope and determination. He knew that the road ahead would not be easy, that there would be new challenges and threats to face. But he also knew that Earth and its people were ready, that they would meet those challenges head-on, just as they had done so many times before. As the people of Earth celebrated their victory and mourned their losses, they looked to the stars with a new sense of purpose and destiny. They had come so far from the brink of destruction to the pinnacle of galactic power, and they knew that their journey was far from over. The final warning had been given, and the galaxy had listened. Earth was ready and waiting, a beacon of hope and strength in a universe filled with darkness and uncertainty. And as long as the human spirit endured, as long as the people of Earth stood united, there was nothing they could not achieve. In the years that followed the defeat of the Kralax, Earth found itself at the center of a new galactic order. The once isolated and underestimated planet had become a hub of trade, diplomacy, and cultural exchange, with alien species from across the galaxy flocking to learn from and work with the humans who had so thoroughly upended the status quo. At the heart of this new era was the Galactic Alliance, a coalition of species and civilizations united in their commitment to peace, cooperation, and mutual prosperity. Earth, with its hard-earned wisdom and technological prowess, played a key role in shaping the Alliance's policies and initiatives. Ambassador Zor, now a venerated elder statesman, worked tirelessly to maintain the delicate balance of power that had emerged in the wake of the wars. He knew that the peace was fragile, that there were still those who harbored resentment and ambition, but he also knew that the Alliance was stronger than any one species or faction. Captain Aria Novak, her legend now cemented in the annals of galactic history, took on a new role as the head of the Alliance's exploratory division. She led missions to the farthest reaches of the galaxy, seeking out new worlds and civilizations, always guided by the principles of diplomacy and mutual respect that had become Earth's hallmark. As the years turned into decades, Earth's influence continued to grow. Human scientists and engineers made breakthrough after breakthrough, pushing the boundaries of what was possible and sharing their knowledge freely with their alien counterparts. Human artists and philosophers, too, made their mark, their unique perspectives and creative visions enriching the tapestry of galactic culture. But even as Earth basked in the glow of its success, there were those who watched from the shadows, biding their time and nursing their grudges. The Kralax, though diminished and scattered, had not forgotten their defeat, and they were not alone in their resentment. Whispers began to circulate of a new threat, a secret alliance of species and factions, united in their hatred of Earth and all it represented. They called themselves the Crimson Pact, and they were determined to bring about the downfall of the humans and their allies. At first, the Crimson Pact's attacks were small and subtle, a sabotaged trade ship here, a mysterious disappearance there. But as their numbers and resources grew, so too did the scale of their ambitions. They struck at the heart of the Alliance, targeting key leaders and installations, sowing chaos and discord wherever they could. Earth, once again, found itself at the center of a galactic conflict. But this time, the stakes were even higher. The Crimson Pact's goal was nothing less than the complete destruction of human civilization and the subjugation of all who stood with them. In the face of this new threat, the people of Earth once again rallied to the cause. They fought with the same determination and ingenuity that had seen them through so many trials before, but they also fought with the knowledge and wisdom gained from decades of cooperation and exchange with their alien allies. The war was long and brutal, with losses on both sides, but in the end, it was the Alliance that emerged victorious. The Crimson Pact was shattered, its leaders captured or killed, its forces scattered to the winds. In the aftermath of the conflict, the Alliance emerged stronger than ever before. The bonds forged in battle, between humans and aliens alike, would serve as the foundation for a new era of peace and prosperity, one that would endure for generations to come. As Earth looked to the future, its people knew that their journey was far from over. There would be new challenges to face, new frontiers to explore, but they also knew that they were ready, that they had the strength and the wisdom to meet whatever lay ahead. The final warning had been given, and the galaxy had heeded its call. Earth was ready and waiting, a beacon of hope and strength in a universe that would never be the same. And as long as the human spirit endured, as long as the people of Earth stood united, there was nothing they could not achieve. Decades turned into centuries, and the legacy of Earth and its people only grew stronger with each passing generation. The Galactic Alliance, once a fledgling coalition born in the aftermath of war, had become a towering symbol of unity and cooperation, a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit and the bonds it had forged with the countless species of the galaxy. Earth itself had changed, transformed by the knowledge and technology it had gained from its alien allies. Great cities soared into the sky, glittering monuments to the ingenuity and determination of the human race. Vast networks of transportation and communication spanned the globe, linking every corner of the planet in a web of shared purpose and prosperity. But even as Earth reached new heights of achievement and influence, its people never forgot the lessons of their past. They remembered the sacrifices of those who had fought and died to protect their world, the heroes who had stood firm in the face of overwhelming odds and emerged victorious. They remembered Captain Novak, whose legend had only grown with each passing year, inspiring new generations of explorers and diplomats to follow in her footsteps. They remembered Ambassador Zor, whose wisdom and tireless efforts had helped to forge the very foundations of the Alliance. And they remembered the final warning, the bold declaration that had set Earth on the path to greatness so long ago. "We're ready and waiting," the people of Earth had said, and they had meant it with every fiber of their being. As the centuries passed, new challenges arose, new threats emerged from the depths of space and the shadows of history. But each time, Earth and its allies stood firm, united in their determination to protect the hard-won peace and prosperity they had built together. There were wars, yes, and losses, and moments of darkness when all seemed lost. But always, the people of Earth and their allies found a way forward, guided by the same spirit of resilience and determination that had seen them through so many trials before. And as the galaxy watched, marveling at the strength and unity of this once insignificant species, Earth continued to grow and thrive, its influence spreading to every corner of the known universe. Great fleets of ships, bearing the colors of the Alliance and the emblems of Earth, ventured out into the stars, seeking new worlds and new civilizations to embrace. Mighty stations and outposts, hubs of trade and diplomacy, sprang up on 100 worlds, each one a symbol of the unbreakable bonds between Earth and its allies. And on Earth itself, in the great halls of power and learning, the wisest minds of 100 species came together to share their knowledge and their vision, to work towards a future of endless possibility and promise. As the millennia passed, the legacy of Earth only grew, a shining beacon of hope and inspiration for all who looked upon it. And though the challenges never ceased, though new enemies arose and old grudges smoldered, the people of Earth and their allies never wavered in their commitment to each other and to the ideals that had brought them together. For they knew, deep in their hearts, that the final warning had not been a boast or a bluff, but a promise, a sacred vow that would endure for all time. They were ready and waiting, now and always, to stand against the darkness and to fight for the light, to build a future of peace and prosperity for all the peoples of the galaxy. And as long as that promise endured, as long as the spirit of Earth and its allies remained unbroken, there was nothing they could not achieve, no frontier they could not conquer, no dream they could not make real. The final warning had been given, and the galaxy had been forever changed. Earth was ready and waiting, a beacon of hope and strength in a universe that would never be the same. And as long as the human spirit endured, as long as the bonds of friendship and alliance held true, there was no limit to what they could accomplish together.